Hey everybody, Kevin Short here for Bass University TV. Talked about squarebills in the last segment, hooks, line, rod reels, all the technical stuff. Now we're actually gonna come out here and I'm gonna show you where to fish one, how to fish one, and if we get a little sun out here, get a little lucky, might even catch a couple, all right? So come on, I'll show you how to do it. This is a little laydown here, and when I come up to a laydown, I'm looking for a couple of different things, okay? I'm looking to see how big the trunk of it is, okay? I'm also looking to see how many limbs that it has on it, as well as where it's positioned in the water. The perfect laydown, particularly in a creek situation or in a tidal situation, the perfect laydown will have the base of the tree laying up on the bank, and obviously the tip will run out over the deeper water, okay? This one's not, I wouldn't say this one's, perfectly ideal, but it's good enough to start. Now, one of the most important things when you're throwing a squarebill is your bait has to hit the cover, okay? If your bait is not hitting that laydown right there, I can promise you one thing, you probably are not gonna get bit, okay? The whole key to this technique is making sure that your bait hits some part of that log, of that stump, boat dock, whatever. And a lot of times I'm just gonna make a little underhanded roll cast and just roll, flip that bait right up behind the laydown and make sure that I come through there and hit it. And you'll notice when I'm running that bait down to the laydown, when I feel that line actually hit the wood, I actually stop reeling and use my rod tip to pull that bait up and over the cover. And that's what happens when you do it just right, is you have one come up and smoke it just like that. And that was because, I hit that little limb, I could feel the line coming up to that little limb, and I just I stopped reeling, took my rod tip and pulled the bait up and across, and as soon as that bait came up and over that limb, I saw him come up and smack it, okay? You couldn't ask for a better scenario than that right there. Cool. Thank you, dude. So, little underhanded roll cast, right up to the limb, pull it over, and a lot of times you'll notice when I pull that bait over, watch this right here. Make my little cast, I hit the limb, I stop, and I pause. And what happens, I will throw this bait right out here in front of you, okay? When I pause that bait and give it a little bit of slack, that bait wants to go backwards and float up, okay? So if you've got a fish that's laying there beside that limb and he sees that bait coming in, that bait hits the limb and then it backs up away from him, like it's like a little bluegill. Think of it like a little bluegill that runs up to a limb and he stops because he sees that bass laying there and he's like, uh-oh, I gotta get out of here. And that bass goes, no you don't, you're mine. That's what you're trying to imitate right there. To me, it's very important. In fact, I tell you what, let's move up here and I'll try and show you what the bait looks like when it comes up and over the limb. Let's try that. So, when I'm throwing my bait, this is what's happening.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Glusek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.